10-year-old to the gifted youth program, and it was thrilling to allow young people to be brought to the center and to be immersed in the entire week of this. So to see that there's an audience that actually wants to hear this music, to hear the greatest quartets of our time on the stage, it was stunning.
Classical music really is a tradition. It's a thing that started a long time ago that gets passed on by devotees from hand to hand, orally, teacher to student. So this notion that this wonderful tradition is passed on from generation to generation is part of the whole game of classical music.
We've got to have this culture, and young, middle, old, doesn't matter when, and the great voices of the past, they still have something to say to us. And I think this is what this is all about.
It's a great experience. I love all the mountains, and the place here is just great.
Yeah.
And all the masterclass clinicians are wonderful.
Just watching the kids walk up and bow practically reduces me to tears. Not only are they fantastic players, not only are they in a quartet, but they are alive with this music. If you watch the second violinist smile at the first violinist, I mean, enjoying this kind of communication, wordless communication that's been there since Haydn wrote it back in the 1780s and 1790s is just a fantastic experience. That last note is your ending, but it's also a beginning. Just play that minute up to that moment. And what's fantastic about that note is you play it as an ending, but she plays it as a beginning, and for 1 second we shouldn't know who's playing. Go ahead. And that's perfect. That moment is where you pass it to her, you finish, she starts. They're so smart. I mean, you would make a suggestion to them, and they would actually do it. And not only would they do it, but they would be thrilled to try it. Each part has its own identity. It has its own rhythm. You can follow it and hear it. So yours is defined by da-da, ba-da. The other one is defined by rest, ba-ya, ba-ya.
Well, he changed all of our whole perspectives on, like, with the different characters and making things new, even though you practiced it so many times.
The story is not one person. The story is all four people, and that's what makes this Mozart stuff great. Let's hear the whole opening. Great. If you talk to almost every classical musician who's sort of really emerged and is doing this for a full-time living and successfully at it, there's no classical musician you've talked to who doesn't have a mentor. You study, but it's someone who sparks you, who sets off the light bulb, who makes you see what's possible. What's this? What? So when you have the chance of becoming a mentor to those kids, or watching those kids react to what you say, suddenly it not only feels like you're passing something on, but you realize you have something of value to pass on. And that it will be people like that who will then someday stand up here, do their master class at Banff, and have another group of 10 to 13-year-olds who they instruct. So the story goes on. Very good. That's excellent. Excellent. Very, very good. Very good.